Mr. Erik Lindstrom!
Thank you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Gonna get sentimental for a minute. I've seen a lot of open mics start and die over the last 4 or 5 years doing comedy, and this is one of the rooms that I actually really enjoy performing in. So I'm gonna miss it. Woo! All right, that's enough of that happy horse shit. Let's get to a set. I'm gonna tell a couple stories tonight. They're gross. You guys can handle it?
Yeah.
Good. Don't worry, they're funny. I've told them before, so I know they're good. I recently just had a brand new baby girl back in November, which has been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm straight. I have kids. Believe me, I'm as surprised as you are. So, spoiler alert for anybody who's playing hipster or homo. I know how frustrating that can be when someone gives away the answer before you're ready. I was walking down the street the other day, I saw this guy in a store window. I was like, look at that fat. Oh, that's me. That guy's me. I myself, I'm neither gay nor a hipster. I stopped sucking dick way before it was cool, so I was only ever doing it ironically in the first place. It's not gay if your eyes are closed, right? So we were taught back in church. Well, that keep your fucking mouth shut. This is what God wants. I'm kidding. I don't go to church. I'm an adult. So anyway, I had a brand new baby girl, which has been a lot of fun. I got 2 boys, and it's my first girl, and it's kind of like I haven't fucked them up, so I think let's raise the stakes, right? And it's weird having a girl, because it's like, what do you do with a girl? You know, when they're little. Once they're older, you teach them the important things in life. Don't get fat. Your self-worth's based on a man. You know, all the good shit. But when they're little, it's like, what do you do? And it turns out you just dress them up. They're like little dolls. And if you didn't think I was gay before, you should see how I dress this little girl. Oh, she's fucking adorable. I got her little dresses with matching tights and boots and boot socks and skinny jeans and ballet flats and high-low skirts and getting her ears pierced like a Mexican baby. It's great. I'm up all night watching Project Runway on Pinterest. Like, I get what they're going for, but that is so not high fashion. It's been a lot of fun. The only thing that's been weird for me is changing the diapers, because I got boys, and if any of you guys have kids, you know you can't fuck up changing a boy. You know, there's no risk of accidentally shoving shit into a dick hole. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Doesn't matter what you do. Screw up back to front, front to back, side to side, pinch and roll. You have one job: get the wrinkles out of their ball sack. That's it. Get all the shit out of the wrinkles. The harder you screw up, the more they just go. Girls, it's like digging up fucking dinosaur bones. You got a brush and a monocle. Dr. Grant's behind you, terrifying some kid with a raptor claw. She won't keep her fucking legs open, which is good instincts, but still, it's frustrating. You're trying to hold her little legs open with your fucking wrist. It's like a pop quiz hot shot. There's a cheap gold watch. What do you fucking do now? You're bending over, you gotta fold the wiping into an origami crane and use the beak to pick shit pellets out of the labia flaps, the world's tiniest vagina. It's fucking brutal. Boys just piss in your face, which I think is cute, to be honest. I mean, you only catch it in the mouth 2 or 3 times before you get your shit together and start to see the warning signs, right? Besides, you haven't been pissed on. You have no business having kids. You got a whole lot of single life to live. I ain't afraid of piss. Plus, boys pee, they give you a warning, you know? Like, if you're gonna change a little boy, it's like you get the diaper off, the wind hits their dick, they get that little hard on, you throw the diaper right back on top. You know what's coming. Girls pee too, but there's no fucking warning. It just pours right down the front of their vag hole like those water curtain fountains they have in the bank. And soaks everything. You know what else they do? They projectile shit like a rocket. I call it shotgun asshole. My daughter fired 4 feet of shit across my room the other day. What the fuck is this shit? At least when boys pee, you miss the window, it gets straight up and down, it's like an onside kick. You fucking catch it in the diaper. Girls is like they're going for fucking yardage. A Hail Mary pass, the end of the game, they fire across the goddamn room and they throw away 3 books on parenting. What the fuck is this shit? I put in those football references to regain my masculinity that I lost the Pinterest references. Hope you appreciate that shit. So yeah, having a little girl's fun. So naturally, I got a vasectomy. I feel like I need a better segue for that shit. This is where it's going to get gross, but you guys can handle it. For any of you guys in the room that are considered getting a vasectomy, I recommend you take my advice and talk your girl into getting her tubes tied. That'll be my recommendation. For those of you who don't know how it works, basically here's the deal. You got these 2 lines called the vas deferens that run from your balls where your sperm is made to your prostate where your semen's made. The 2 hook up, they carpool together down the dick, out the end, and ideally onto her face. So when you get a vasectomy, basically what they do, they go in and they snip the vas and they cauterize the ends, which is exactly as comfortable as it sounds. And basically what that does is that your sperm has nowhere to go, so your balls stop making it, and then your jizz is just for show. You spray it around the room, let your kids play with it, whatever. It saves a lot of money on abortions, is the point that I'm trying to get to. So, now this is an outpatient procedure, which means they can't knock you out, which is fucking bullshit, because I got knocked out when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and if you're gonna be fucking around my cock with a scalpel, I shouldn't have to be awake for that shit. You know what I mean? But no, they use a local anesthetic, and they have to use very, very little, because the area swells like a motherfucker. So they use just enough to make the incision, and then they stick a needle up the incision and use just enough so that they can snip the vas. The doctor said it's gonna hurt, which is never a good way to start a conversation of an operation regarding your dick. I said, so what's it feel like? She said, it's going to feel like a lot like getting kicked in the nuts. Fucking awesome, sign me up. Now apparently that kicked in the nuts feeling she was talking about is what happens when the medical student being trained by the resident, being trained by the real doctor gets your anesthetic right. When they don't, it feels a lot like someone cutting up your cock with no anesthetic. Now, you can have unprotected sex for about 6 to 8 weeks after the operation, for several reasons. The main one is that's about how long it takes for the sperm that's inside your body to die. And a lot of times your old sperm will hang out like along the walls of your urethra like junkies on the side of a highway. So you gotta wait for them to die. And the other reason too is like sometimes there's more than 2 vas, or sometimes they'll reconnect after they've been cauterized. So you can't have unprotected sex for 6 to 8 weeks. The first time you come, it hurts. Which they do tell you. It hurts like a lot like getting the operation in the first place. Get kicked in the nuts. What they don't tell you, and they fucking should, is that you're gonna come blood. Now the reason they should tell you this is because, as I said, you can't have unprotected sex for 6 to 8 weeks, which means there's probably a real good chance that that first orgasm is gonna come from a blowjob. My wife appreciates your sympathy. But on the bright side, I don't have to use condoms anymore, right? So that's fucking awesome. I hate condoms. They're the worst thing ever. And look, I'm not saying you should have unprotected sex. I don't know, the risk is half the fun. But still, I'm not saying you should have unprotected sex. I'm not advocating that. But it's 2014. We've evolved. There's more options than just condoms. We have pills. We have patches. We have NuvaRings. We have copper wiring. That fucking IUD they stick up there. There's abortions. I mean, it shouldn't be your primary form of birth control. But once a month, right? I mean, if you're on Planned Parenthood every week with a punch card, that's too much. Take it down a notch. Fucking universe would look like one of those mesh bags you watch Delicants in. Next time you go to get a pap smear, the doctor's like, what the fuck happened to you? Did you fall to the temple for an Indiana Jones film? Two job abortion jokes, people get on board. That's enough for me. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.